My New Year's resolution is to be a little kinder, a little gentler, and a little friendlier to those people who can do my career some good. It's Late Night with David Letterman. Tonight, Catherine O'Hara and comedian George Miller. Plus, Paul Schaefer and the world's most dangerous man. And now, America's #1 dinner theater entertainer, David Letterman.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the program. Not only is tonight our first brand new show of the brand new year, 1989. Today is January, what, 3rd? No, January 3rd, 1989. Not only is this our first show of 89, it also happens to be, and I just looked this up this afternoon, this is our 1,075th consecutive sellout. I don't know. It's now, Robert, the Fantastics is running a little longer than this show has run, but just by maybe 1 or 2 matinees. If it weren't for that, we'd be right there.
Right up there.
Welcome to the show, kids. You're looking at a troubled man. I had a bad weekend. I went to visit James Brown in prison, and I got caught trying to give him some styling gel. So, you know, it's not going to be a good trip for me at all. Thank you. Did you have a really good Christmas? I had a great Christmas, although this Christmas I did what I do every Christmas. I'm not proud of this, but it happens. I got really drunk, and then I got on the phone and told everybody in my family how much money I made. Huh? Do what? Thank you very much. Testing. Hello, 1, 2. So today, and to cap things off, I'm in Woolworth's now. And I'm just tired of being pushed. I almost got into a fight by the manager. You know, all the Christmas items are half off now. So I go over and I select a pair of snowman candle holders. And I take them up to the register and the guy says, "Sorry, those are winter items, not Christmas items." Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, today is January 3rd, and I would like to remind President-elect George Bush he has 18 days to reconsider Dan Quayle. You know, but seriously, the only thing I care about, we've been gone. This seems like the longest damn vacation in the history of time.
That's right, it was barely 1 week, though.
Yeah, now let me explain. Somebody no. New Year's Day was what, Sunday? Yeah. Sunday. New Year's Day was Sunday. That ought to be it. New Year's Day is Sunday. That's the first of the year. Boom, we celebrate it. Let's get on with our lives. But no, we have to celebrate it on Monday. No one else was upset by that? You know, not even that can trouble me because I have the satisfaction of knowing that tonight is our 1,075th consecutive. Thank you very much. Paul Schaefer, ladies and gentlemen, my good friend, the Paul Schaefer.
Thank you very much. You know, I'm thrilled about the sold-out audience and everything, but what is the drop in the pit? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. I don't know what the drop in the pit is.
I'm not sure what it is.
Did you have a nice Christmas and a nice New Year's?
Absolutely, a lovely time. Yeah. I spent some time up in the frozen north with my family.
Good to see your folks. Shirley and
Bernard.
Bernard, yes.
Yeah, and ooh, it was cold up there. It was 10 below, but you can't tell what the temperature is because everything is Celsius.
Yeah.
And they say...
So what 10 below is what Celsius?
I don't know. I never learned what it was. It's like 20.
Wait a minute. You never learned? You were born and raised there.
I know, but it's just that since I left there, they changed it to Celsius. When I was there, it was Fahrenheit.
Oh, and, you're very lucky.
When I go up there now... Let's see, zero Celsius
Zero
is
32 degrees, freezing in Fahrenheit.
Yeah, so it is like 21 or something.
I had a great time. I spent Christmas, of course, I spent that week after Christmas. I have a vacation holiday home in Gary, Indiana, and I spent the week there.
So you got a lot of good sun, you got good color.
And then New Year's Eve, I did something, and you're going to laugh at this, maybe.
Yeah.
I threw a party for the cast of Legs Diamond, New Year's Eve.
Isn't that great? That was some show. Have you...
sloppy.
Have you seen it?
Have I seen what?
Legs?
No, I haven't seen... All right. Good Lord. Did you happen to see the Fiesta Bowl parade on NBC?
No, sir.
Oh, geez, it was exciting. I normally don't go in for televised parades, but the Fiesta... Oh, there it is right there. Let's take a look at that. Wow, look at that.
Wonderful.
It's colorful. There are people doing wacky antics. It's virtually anything you'd want in a parade. And we were proud to have... Hi, how are you, man? Nice to see you, sir. That was the Fiesta Bowl parade. Gosh, I watched every last minute of that.
Yeah.
Paul, since it is the first show of the brand new year, 1989, I understand you have some, I don't know, words of wisdom, words of reflection, something you'd like to say to the North American viewing public?
Well, as a matter of fact, I do, Dave.
All right.
Amid the cries of Happy New Year and the sounds of celebration, I'm haunted by the thoughts of George Orwell's prophetic novel, 1989, in which he foresaw a bleak, nightmarish world stripped of beauty and poetry. You know, it kind of made me think of how carefully we must safeguard our personal freedoms to make sure that Orwell's vision of 1989 does not come true. Well, I hope I've given you something to think about. In 1989, let's have a good time, but let's make sure that Big Brother isn't watching us. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. Big Brother won't be watching us, and neither will anyone else. I almost hesitate to bring this up, but the Orwell novel you referred to there it's 1984, Paul.
What?
It's 1984, not 1989, 1984.
1984?
Yeah.
Ah. Oh, so that means we're already in the clear.
That's right.
Oh, well, let's just have a good time.
All right.
Don't worry about it. Fine.
Oh, and speaking of band members, our own Willie, I'm watching the Orange Bowl. Was it the Orange Bowl?
It was the Orange Bowl.
Last night, and at halftime, suddenly, there's Willie standing on top of some gigantic prehistoric pyramid structure.
Surrounded by Miami babes.
Yeah, and singing something from Dirty Dancing, was that it?
Yeah.
Were you scared?
No.
Hal, do we have a clip of Will at the Orange Bowl last night? All right, this is Will Lee last night, ladies and gentlemen. And what are you singing? There it is. Now, who is that?
That's Kirsten.
Kirsten
Steinhauer.
Kirsten Steinhauer.
There's
Will.
And then there's Will Lee right there. Now, this is the Dirty Dancing anthem, right?
Well, I sang it originally on the record.
Who sang it?
Yeah, okay. All right. Thank you very much. There he is. Very nice, Will. All right.
That was great.
I didn't even know you were in Up With People, but congratulations.
I told you before the
Kids are
holidays.
doing a great job.
I told you to give me a plug in the whole Sing Out America gang.
I forgot about it. Nice job. And how about that Fiesta Bowl parade? Dan, did you folks get a chance to see that right here on NBC? Wow, it had everything you need. Look at that, wacky cars and elderly people in little outfits. It was the Fiesta. It was more than a parade, it was a fiesta. It was a combination of the two. Yeah, all right. Let's do our top 10 list. Is that what we're up to now here? You know, Sunday morning, or Christmas morning, which was, yeah, Sunday, right? Christmas was Sunday. I saw two guys on the West Side Highway out of their car having a fist fight. Christmas morning.
Oh, that's nice. What a touching story. And did you, as a good Samaritan on Christmas Eve?
Oh, no, I got on it.
Straight right through.
No. Rolled that power on.
Gee, well,
Took a beat on the northern plains and rolled that power on. Here we go.
It's a nice story.
The category tonight, my top 10 New Year's resolutions. Me personally, Dave Letterman, my top 10 New Year's resolutions. Here we go. Number 10, wear ascot every day, not just for Sunday walks. Number 9, plump up my lips with silicone. Number 8, break it off with Mrs. Robert C. Wright. Number 7, make sure the car trunk is really soundproof. Number 6, to never again try to pet a monkey while he's urinating. You mention a monkey urinating, and the crowd goes wild.
Certain things are gold in this industry.
Number 5, to be more understanding of arrogant red-headed celebrities who claim to have led previous lives. Number 4. Finally remove the asbestos from the rec room. Number 3, stop saying GE sucks. Number 2, start saying GE really sucks. And my number 1 New Year's resolution, slowly convince my mother that her name is Steve. Back to the show. You know, I've never really been much of a parade fan, but there was just, I don't know whether it was the presentation or the units assembled, but I thought that this year's Fiesta Bowl parade was beyond comparison to anything.
It's a great group of
look,
cyclists.
there, guys on big goofy bicycles,
They're
Paul.
wearing
What
black
more
breeches,
could you want,
knee-length
hope for, or
stockings,
ask
jaunty caps,
in a
white
Fiesta
shirts,
Bowl?
red trim. They are the Arizona Wheelmen, and they're celebrating
the
our
Arizona
bicycling
Wheelmen.
heritage with these wonderful antique bikes. Take a look at those high wheelers. How do you suppose they get on those things?
And you know
Paul?
who that is? That's Kelly Lang doing the
How do
commentary.
you get off?
How much time did you log in front of the TV set watching that?
Plenty. I'm turning into an old man, an old fat guy.
No, you're not. You're
You
in
don't
the
think so?
best. I think you're in the best physical shape of your entire career. And you know what else I wanted to say to you?
Huh?
Every night you make this show the #1 talk show party in America. Don't you think so, ladies and gentlemen?
Wait a minute. Let me see.
Something nutty.
Thank you very much, Paul. Now we have some editing to do. Oh, by the way, this was left over from Christmas, Paul. I didn't get a chance to give it to you sooner, but there you are. A little something for you.
You know what got into me? A phrase came to me. I don't know why. An original phrase came.
What are we doing? Let's bring out a guest. Maybe that'll help. Our first guest is a lovely and talented comedian. She is an alumna of SCTV, and her films include Heartburn and Beetlejuice. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the lovely, the talented Catherine O'Hara. Hi. Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. You know, there's one of these cable deals is running SCTV every night at like 10 or 10:30 or something, and I watch it as often. You don't seem pleased about that.
Oh, I just made a very bad residual deal.
Oh.
Well, so I'm not plugging it so hard these days.
Oh, I'm sorry, but all I was going to say is,
I loved it. It's good.
every time I watch it, I'm generally always impressed with how funny those shows were.
Thanks.
Yeah, yeah.
That's nice.
A lot of funny people. Yourself, Andrea Martin, John Candy.
Eugene Levy?
Eugene Levy, who I think is just great.
Yeah.
And
Dave
Thomas and Rick Moranis. Very
and
funny.
Harold Ramis.
Harold
On the
Ramis
earlier
occasionally,
shows.
yeah. And also the little comedy cartoon deal you and what's his name have? I can't remember.
Martin Short.
Yeah, Martin Short.
Ed Grimley Show.
Yeah, that's very funny.
The completely mental misadventures of Ed Grimley.
Now, how do you and you play cartoon shows and urinating monkeys? The crowd goes crazy for it.
Well, you know why that is?
No, Paul, don't. How do you do that show? Is it all pre-recorded, just audio, like a year in advance, or how do you do that?
No, you go in and read the scripts and improvise around some microphones in a little studio, and then they do all the animation afterwards.
So you never see the
they
animation?
They have to fit it to you.
I see, yeah.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, I play Miss Malone, who is the character with the largest, most upright breasts in morning animation show.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're kind of like Ed Grimley's fantasy, right?
He's in love with me.
Yeah.
And I'm just a dumb actress. Hello, Eddie.
What is the deal on Ed, exactly? What's Ed's problem?
How do you mean?
Well, he's... anyway, it's a funny show. I enjoy it.
My mom used to ask me, is he odd?
Is he odd or odd?
Odd.
Odd. Did you have a nice New Year's Eve?
Yes, I did. Happy New Year.
Thank you. Same to you. What did you do?
I went to dinner with my boyfriend and 4 other couples. And then
Where was this?
in L.A.
In Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we went back.
Big fancy place?
No, kind of casual, kind of hip.
Well, sure.
Sure. It was nice. And then we went back to Brett's house, Brett Cullen's house.
Brett Cullen being your
one of the
boyfriend?
friends,
One of
friend
the
of
friends,
Bo's. No. Bo's my boyfriend. Gee, like you know them, don't you? All my friends. Went back to Brett's house and danced to Frank Sinatra records.
Oh, there you go. That sounds pretty good.
It was nice.
Yeah, sounds like
Had
a lot of
champagne
fun.
And
Make any resolutions? That's the kind of question they only ask on talk shows, but since that's what we're up to here.
what's that about monkeys? I'm not going to try that again. No. I'll never turn up a dog's eyelids again. I tried that. Have you ever tried that?
No, I wouldn't even consider it. Why?
I used to turn up my eyelids all the time as a kid.
Well,
That's a very funny thing to do for your friends and relatives.
Can you still do it now? You're talking about physically folding up
Yes.
your eyelids?
But I swear, I haven't done this for years, and I did it a while ago at a dinner table. And I've never gotten such a reaction. It was like I turned into Elephant Man. All of a sudden, people went, oh! Like, really?
They were sickened by it, weren't they?
Yeah.
Well, give it a shot. Just try one.
I'm going to hurt myself. And don't any child try this at home.
No, of course not. Do you need a straight edge or anything to help fold it up? You're nuts. You're goofy. We have to do a commercial, and I mentioned Joe Flaherty's name.
Yeah,
I'm very
sorry,
sorry.
Joe.
Is there anybody else I left out of that group?
Gee, I hope not.
Yeah. Anyway, they're all very, very good, yourself included. Are you getting ready to go on vacation? Just came from a vacation? You have a winter vacation? Ever go on a
I
winter
hope to go
vacation?
skiing again.
Yeah?
I learned to ski last year.
Where did you go?
Went to Big Bear for a day.
That's right near Los Angeles, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing. You can go up 2-hour drive and you're in snow. It's great. And then we went to Aspen for a few days. Tim Burton, who directed Beetlejuice, rented a house in Aspen last year and let us come.
What is Aspen like, having never been there? I hear that it's just like paradise, but overrun with movie stars. No
we
offense.
didn't see any. Anne Margaret was there, but I didn't get to see her. She had a skiing entourage, skiing around her.
But what is it like
I didn't see her.
when you get into Aspen? What is it like?
Well, in town, it's kind of cute.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
like an old Swiss village or something?
Yeah. But it's very beautiful, especially at nighttime in the snow, and it's really pretty.
Yeah.
I got in a horrible, well, I thought horrible skiing. the weirdest experience. Tim Burton was skiing with me all day because he's much better than I, but he was being very nice and sticking with me and going from the third lift up to the top of the mountain and then back down to the third lift all day, never going to the bottom.
The third lift is about...
It's like halfway up the mountain,
I see.
you know, at Buttermilk where we were. And this is basically my second day skiing in my life. And so Tim really stuck with me. It was great. And then at the end of the day, I kept saying, oh, Tim, you go on yourself. I'll make him down. You know, I'll make my way down the end of the mountain, the bottom of the mountain. It's okay. Yeah,
eventually, you really can't not get down one way or the other, right?
Oh, no, you'll get down, yeah. Like, ah! Like that's the way I made it down eventually. But so I said, I'll just find, you know, follow the signs, the easy routes, take the easy routes, easy runs down. And so I kept 3 times in a row ending up at the third lift, which is halfway down the mountain, which is where I didn't want to go. I wanted to go down to the bottom and meet him there. But I kept going down to the third. And the last time I went down, they were closing, and they said, don't come down here again. You won't get to the... How do I find my way down once I'm up there? How do I get down? And they said, just follow the easy. So it's like homie route or something, you know, the easy, dummy route, you know. So then there were, thank God, there were a few people going down when I was, got to the top again, and so I followed some people, but then I got lost again, and I got on like an intermediate or advanced, you know, run, and it was getting dark, and it was starting to snow, and I thought it was like a ranger, some kind of ranger episode.
Helicopter,
find me,
sure.
You know, 5 days later, and...
Eat off your own foot or something, one of those deals?
It was starting to look very delicious. And, so I thought, I mean, there are moguls, you know, bumps, and I couldn't see that my body was just like going down, you know, like this. And so I could see there was a run through the trees over there, you know, so an easier looking run to me. I couldn't see much. But I thought, that's it, that's got to be it. You know, I look back up the hill and I see the signs. Yes, I took the wrong one again. So I think I'll just go through the trees here. So I start going through, and my pole gets stuck way down. So I think, oh, I'll take my skis off and walk across.
There you go.
Do you know anything about skiing?
No, nothing.
The middle of the runs are not to be walked on.
Oh, really?
No. So I took one ski off, and I put my leg down and went up to my thigh, the snow.
Oh, you're like thigh deep in snow.
Oh, yeah. And I couldn't get out, and I put, you know, if I put any weight on a hand, my hand would go down up to my shoulder, and that was like, oh, I started really panicking. I thought I'm going to drown in the snow. No.
Well, not for a few months, maybe, but eventually, yes.
No, but it was like that. I was just sinking every time I put any body weight, you know, anywhere. I was like, oh, you know, and then I'd see a couple of people go by, you know, this is, at the end of the day, I'd see come down, ah, you know, no one heard me. So I finally, like, lay on the 2 skis and dragged myself, and it took, I was like 25 feet, I think, but it took so long, and I was like, really, so panicked, really thought I was going to die. So then I finally get back on a hill, and I go down, and I'm on like a really advanced hill, going down like this, and I'm headed right for the third lift, which is in the middle of the... And I see a bunch of, like a little group of people, tiny group of people going across to a Jeep, and I see it's 1 car left in the parking lot there, and if I don't get to them, that's...
Yeah, you're done forever.
Well, that's pretty much for me.
Yeah.
Right? So I just sat on the skis and screamed all the way down, wait, 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 and then I got in the car, and they're like the coolest family, the grandparents and their daughter and their little tiny kid like this, you know. They've all handled their skiing very cool, and I'm trying not to cry on the way home, and I cried for like 2 days every time I tried to tell somebody about it. And that's snow, and
Did you ever fall down?
I love a good awe.
But this didn't discourage you from pursuing it again?
No, I went back the next day. But,
good for you.
But I had to get everyone to stick with me.
Any films upcoming we should know about? Anything new in your life that you would like to mention?
I'm writing right now with Martin Short and Chris Guest and Dick Plasucci for Castle Rock. We're trying to write a movie together. Yeah. And I hope we do it.
Well, I hope you do too. I'm sure that would be very funny.
And I'd like to plug my sister's record. My sister, Mary Margaret, just came out with a record on...
Thanks, Paul. It's been a good show, but I'm telling you, not nearly as good as yesterday's Fiesta Bowl parade. Did you get a chance to see that? Damn, I found my... Look, there it is again. Those giant green things going down the street, and then these guys with huge bats. Look at that. Wow, you can't beat it for televised parade excitement, can you? Also on the program, the Goodyear Blimp people.
Why is that?
Well, we called down there to Goodyear Blimp headquarters.
Yes.
How would you like to have that on a business card?
Well.
And we asked, could we borrow your blimp for our big anniversary show?
That would have been lovely.
Yeah, and so the Goodyear Blimp boys tossed it back and forth at some kind of mid-level corporate meeting, and they said, maybe yes, maybe no. And finally, today they called up and said, no, you can't use the blimp.
And if...
Yeah, we're not allowed to use an American blimp, so maybe we'll go to the friendly folks at Fuji, a fine Japanese company. But, Paul, doesn't that just break your heart to think that these pinheads at Goodyear, for one reason or another... You know, you can buy tires at Sears.
I can see that you're very upset about this.
Everybody gets the... Every time you turn on any kind of sporting event,
the blimp is always there.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I won't be celebrating our anniversary with us. The Goodyear blimp boys said no.
Sorry about that.
They're weenies. Because what we wanted to do, you know, you can display messages on there, and we wanted to say, you know, happy 7th anniversary and good luck from NBC, and also bite me. We just wanted to see that going across the blimp.
Maybe that had something to do with...
Well, they didn't know about that. We hadn't even gotten... That's a whole different meeting. We're going to wait till they said, yes, you can have the blimp.
I see. I bet the Fuji kids would love to see Bite Me written across their blimp. Fuji blimp. They'd be thrilled about that.
You know, you can buy tires at JCPenney's, too. I think they have an automotive department.
We understand you're very upset about it.
On this? Huh? We do? Yes? Hello? 3 minutes? Is that enough time or not? Huh? We got time? Yeah. Huh? What? I can't hear a word he's saying. Plenty of time, thank you. Toward the end of 1988, we dispatched the likable young actor Calvert DeForest, the man who plays Larry Bud Melman on this program, on his Pan-American Goodwill Tour. And our hope was to send him from New York all the way down there to Tierra del Fuego. And here now is a brief look at what happened on his journeys as he phoned back to our television program. It's Calvert DeForest's Pan-American Goodwill Tour. Are you excited about the trip?
Oh, fabulous!
Okay. How is Laredo?
Very nice.
When will you be crossing into Mexico?
Tomorrow.
Are you looking forward to this part of your journey?
Yeah, very exciting, Dave.
You sound discouraged.
I'm not well, David.
What's the matter?
I know, I feel lousy, David. I'm just sick of traveling.
Calvert, where are you right now?
We're in Mexico City.
Are you spreading goodwill?
Oh, Dave, it's getting to the point now. I definitely want to come home. Please.
Will you just stop whining? No, well, you're going on to Guatemala City.
We are?
Yeah.
Oh, David, no, please.
What?
No, let us come home,
No,
please.
you can't.
David, I've been feeling too well. I've been getting caustic and everything else.
Calvert, how are you doing, sir?
So, David.
Yeah. I'm going to give you 3 choices. You can continue, you can come home, or you can leave where you are right now, and we'll send you to Disney World.
I'd just rather come home, period, even without the Disney World.
So we did. We brought him home. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Calvert DeForest. All right, Calvert, did you enjoy yourself on the trip?
Yeah, a lot of it was very nice.
Yeah, but you didn't sound like you were enjoying it on those phone calls that you placed to the show.
Well, in the beginning it was fine, but when you get to Mexico City and you get to Guatemala border and Guatemala City, then it gets a little...
What does that mean?
Iffy.
What does it mean?
Scary.
Iffy? Scary. How now? You were actually frightened?
Absolutely.
All right, now why were you frightened?
Well, at the border, they took our car that we brought in from Mexico. They wouldn't let us have it. They took a bribe, plus taking one of the...
Now, wait a minute. This is a scandalous accusation you're making.
Well, it's true.
Who took what kind of a bribe and who offered it?
The guards took the money.
For what?
For keeping the car for us. We couldn't take it with us.
You may have just been paying for parking.
No, it wasn't parking. They kept the car, and to keep the car, they charged us money, plus taking one of our telephones. Then they told us the only way we could get there would be by bus. And they had a bus right out of the Grapes of Wrath with broken windows.
That's what they told you? The Jode family had been in this bus?
No, I figured that out for myself. Live chickens on board.
Of course. Now, where was that?
5.5 hours to reach Guatemala.
Right, I think part of your problem might have been this. Were you wearing the hat?
The hat had nothing to do with it.
All right, let's back up. Now, you left New York. I have some symbols here. Here's the Mallard. You left New York there, in the Mallard. Now, where did you go from there in the trailer?
Let's see. We picked the van up at, where did I say we picked the van?
I don't know. I wasn't on the trip.
But I kept you informed, Dave.
Somewhere down here around the Mexican border.
Laredo, that's it.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. We picked the van up in Laredo.
All right, so
And then we got a car in Monterey.
Monterey. Show me where Monterey would be. Right about in there?
I guess. I don't know, Max, Dave.
How was the food in most places?
At the beginning, the food was fine. When you hit Mexico City and go down further, it's horrendous.
What kind of food are we talking about?
Actual Mexican food. No, they have a lot of salads.
Well, there you go. You can't go wrong with a salad.
Yeah, but the salads, you know. What can I say? And you don't drink the water. You can only drink bottled water.
Can't drink that water, yeah, bottled water.
No, that's bad.
Oh, God. Now, did you know the purpose of the trip? You were supposed to go all the way down here.
But, Dave, you wanted us to all go by car.
Right.
The whole limit.
Tierra del Fuego. But but
you can't go by car to Del Fuego.
All right, settle down. Now, did you spread any goodwill at all?
Sure. Club Med, I spread a lot of goodwill. They were all Letterman fans. Absolutely.
So, show me here how far down you got. Where is Guatemala?
Before you hit Tierra del Fuego.
Well, I know that, but it's up here somewhere. It's just south of Mexico, right? So you ended up on foot there.
Yes.
Did you learn anything from your travels?
Not to go there again.
But the whole point was to spread goodwill.
I realize that, David. They don't speak English down there. How are you going to converse with them?
You know, every time you would call in here on the show from one of these locations, I get the sense that we were bothering you.
No, you weren't bothering me. They were.
I see. Did you get sick at all? Did you injure yourself?
In Club Med, I did,
Club Med, you did,
Broke my glasses,
Broke your glasses.
scraped my knee, and the driver got scrunched by sea urchins.
Is that right?
In his foot, yeah.
Sea urchins crawling right there into the car to get him.
No, they weren't in the car. He was in the ocean.
But summing up now, Calvert, isn't it safe to say that people, wherever you go, are pretty much just people?
Well, I don't know down there. Most of the time they are.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, on that uplifting humanitarian note, we have to pause here for a commercial. We'll be right back.
I understand you're upset
Michelin
about this.
and almost any service station anywhere will sell you a pair of tires. Set of tires. Yeah.
So we understand.
Pirelli, good tires there.
I'm sorry that happened.
Bridgestone, there's a good name in tires, sure. Firestone, I think, is still in business.
We're very sorry about this.
My name...
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. You ever do this? You're in a restaurant and you have a vegetable, let's say it's corn, and they bring it to you, and in there with that corn, there's 1 pea. And I'm never sure, is this a mistake? Is this a bonus? Did the pea get in on a pass? What the hell is this 1 pea deal? I don't know. What about this? Those late-night record offers on television. Original hits by original artists. Oh, no, no, I want second-hand flops by thieves. I got a son by thieves. Try to pay attention over there. By who? I got a son they don't pay attention. I got a son who's 12 years old. What a smart aleck that kid is. I said, what do you want to be when you grow up? He said, homeless. Kids today got smart mouths on them. I got a nephew in the 5th grade. They have an old maid school teacher. You know what they call her? Miss 7-Up. Never had it, never will. I know one thing as 1989 starts, money and fame don't bring happiness. Look at poor Bruce Springsteen, wakes up with a sheet soaking wet and a freight train running through the middle of his head. What kind of symptoms are those? I've been kind of depressed the last few days. I read this article. It said your car reflects your personality. I don't have a car. Thank you. I don't know what that's for, but thank you. I've been going all around the country. There's a lot of people, they don't want to do their jobs, or they're too stupid to do their jobs. I was talking to this cab driver. He was dumb and a know-it-all. You know people like that? He says, yeah, those paramedic trucks, they go real fast. A lot of times they run into people, then they go back and pick them up. That's how they get most of their business. So I'm in this hotel. True story, no joke. I said to the desk clerk, could I leave a wake-up call for 11? The guy actually said this. 11 o'clock? I said, no, 11 a chicken. Hey, Larry, Daryl, and Daryl are out there. They really are out there. And there's a company, you know by their name they're not going to do anything. U-Haul. U-Haul. I was watching Phil Donahue. He had people who'd been married a lot of times. And he said to one guy, he said, "To what do you attribute the fact you've been married to the same lady 3 different times?" And the guy says, "Poor record keeping." And what about these orgies where everybody does it with everybody else? What would that be like, and what would you say afterwards? Well, was it as good for them as it was for us? This couple next door in California, you know, they've been married for years. He's an alcoholic, but she sticks by him. She keeps saying, "I think he's going to change." Oh, yeah, from Jim Beam to Jack Daniels. Yeah. Now, have you seen me before? You know, I'm the comic who's always looking for a gimmick. For a while, I was the questioning comic. I had a lot of questions I couldn't answer. Does a moron know that's what he's called? He's watching television and somebody uses that word. Does he kind of perk up a little bit? You have Alzheimer's, you get partially cured, then do you have someheimers? Does Richard Dreyfuss really have a nerd brother named Doofus Dreyfuss? You ever get high and go to the supermarket and wish Campbell's soups were in alphabetical order? And the Surgeon General has warned, do not smoke grass and then try to find something you've misplaced. You could go insane. What about this? You get out of the shower, start to blow dry your hair, but after just a few seconds you turn off the hair dryer because it produces some kind of a noise which makes you think you heard the phone ring. Is that the devil? What the hell is that? David was making a lot of Dan Quayle jokes, but I didn't think that other guy, that Lloyd Benson, he was no prize either. He looked like an old moldy guy from a horror film. If he died in office, how could you tell? When he said to Quayle, "You're no Jack Kennedy," Quayle should have said to him, "You're no Boris Karloff." I think I'll get off on that one. I enjoyed talking to you. Thank you very much.
You subscribing to Weekly Reader now?
No. I knew that was the kind of a corny joke.
Kind of a boy's life kind of joke.
So I saved it for your show.
Thank you very much. How was your New Year's?
My New Year's was good. I had my usual New Year's Eve. I had a can of Hormel chili and went to bed.
There you go. Yeah.
Halloween was good. Halloween was great. I gave diet pills to all the trick-or-treaters. It was really... Not only could they not eat their candy, they were still busy knocking on doors at 5 o'clock the next morning. It was,
I see. So what else you been doing?
Let's see, what else have I done? Well, I was trying to do some acting lessons.
I love this pastel.
Really?
It's
well, a lot of
very
people,
nice.
they always say to me, they say, because this is a sweatshirt, but a lot of times I'll have a sweater and a collared shirt, and people say, "Why do you always wear that?" And the reason, of course, as you probably know, is my favorite comic has always been Mort Saul, who would always wear a sweater and a collared shirt. It's kind of like I'm out of style and I copied. It's kind of a...
let me ask you a question. What kind of people...
You didn't pay no attention to that joke.
What kind of people drink Diet Pepsi?
Oh, the kind that are fat and thirsty.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. See, if you do the setups and I do the punchlines, that doesn't work.
I know, but I just like that
We're
joke.
not like a team.
Although
I would like your context.
Anything stand out in your mind from 1988?
The worst, I think the worst ad on TV, you have these 976 numbers all over, and yet you can get like a wake-up call at your own house instead of a hotel. It's $2. What a horrible idea. You're not even out of bed yet, you're already a deuce in the hole.
A deuce in the hole.
A deuce in the hole.
Anton, a deuce in the hole. Thank you.
That would have worked good in stand-up.
Yeah, I know it would have. Now, let's take care of some of these plugs. You're going to be at...
Judge's Chambers.
Wait a minute. January 6th through the 7th at George McKelvey's Comedy Club.
That's this Friday and Saturday.
But now, what kind of guy names it after himself?
Well, a guy who he wants to make sure you don't get it mixed up with the other comedy clubs. Right. The Ralph O'Brien comedy clubs on the other end of town.
And he's skimming a bundle, isn't he?
Yeah, he's making a lot of dough.
And also, January 20th through the 21st, Judge's Chambers in Norfolk, Virginia.